But drugs were my best friend. By 11 years old, I started using drugs. I feel like I don't think it was at first, it wasn't a way for me to run from my problems. I did it more for the not a, I guess attention of camaraderie from other individuals because I was always the one that was getting beat up. We were super poor. Used to have a big old birthmark on my face that was cancerous. So I got called poop stain and everything else. It was just nonstop bullying. So like to me, when I started getting into the drug life,
Mhm.
that's how I made friends. It's like we just sat behind the school, got high together, got drunk together. I started getting older friends because, that's who you would go to get the drugs from. And
Mm.
so I started to feel wanted. I started to feel
Yeah.
needed. I started to feel included, which is all the things I didn't feel. And the only day I've ever seen my dad leave work was the day he came home and took me and dropped me off at my mom's house. It says, "Have a nice day." He came back 2 weeks later for my weekend and he showed up, pulled into the driveway, threw out 5 black garbage bags, and it was all my clothes and everything from his house as I'm walking out my mom's house, and he pulled out, and I didn't see him again. That was the start of it. That was like, "Oh, this is real." Like, my dad
But
wants
so
nothing to do with me.
so in that moment, you're thinking, "Wow, like, I really don't have a lot of value here. My own father doesn't even want me."
Yes. At that point, I started going down the rabbit hole. That's when I started really, really dabbling more into drugs and started to seek out other avenues for things to appease me. Became not so great of an individual. I just started acting out a lot of things wrong. I started stealing. It's like I needed that sense of excitement, that sense of doing the wrong thing to feel something. And then at that point, I started just, I realized I couldn't keep going. And so I ended up running away pretty much. By the time I was 15, I was sleeping outside, eating out of trash cans. I was like, finally, it took me a couple months of out under a bridge before I finally was able to get my own place. My mom didn't really want me there because I wouldn't want me there either. I wasn't the best individual. And so I got my own place and I'm like, okay, this is going to be good. I'm 15. I'm going to figure this out. But I didn't stop the drugs. I didn't stop the stealing. I didn't stop anything because that was my way of paying for my apartment. That was my way of coping. It was my best friend. Drugs were my best friend. It was like, this is what I'm going to do. So that's the life I just kept going with. Is that was my teens.